This is Radio Now 95.3 FM. Come for the news, stay for informed conversations.
This was announced by the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy. The Nigeria-Morocco gas pipeline is a proposed $25 billion project that will see the transportation of natural gas from Nigeria to Morocco, and it will cut through what is 13 West African countries.
This is Radio Now 95.3 FM. Come for the news, stay for informed conversations. Be a part of our online community on Facebook. Like our page on www.facebook.com/This is Radio Now to join every conversation on air and get up-to-date news information on the go. This is Radio Now 95.3 FM. Come for the news, stay for informed conversations. You're listening to Now Breakfast.
From gas conversations, we turn to the economy, where Fitch Ratings has upgraded its long-term foreign and local currency issuer default ratings, IDRs, of 4 states in Lagos, Kaduna, Kogi, Lagos and Oyo states. It has upgraded that rating to stable. The new ratings follows the improvement of Nigeria's ratings from B- to B, which is the same as stable, and it is a reflection of the improved macroeconomic stability and policy reforms. Joining the conversation this morning is Marcel Okeke. Marcel Okeke is a former chief economist at Zenith Bank PLC. Mr. Okeke, can we start with your reaction to this particular news?
Well, looking at the report, I would say it's good for Nigeria's image. But on the other hand, you also put that vis-a-vis the reports on Nigeria. They just concluded the IMF World Bank Spring meeting in Washington, D.C. Then you will see that whatever upgrading that those states you mentioned, even Nigeria, got is a very temporary thing, and that a lot still needs to be done for the macro economy to stabilize and for the economy as a whole, to come into a sustainable growth path. That's what I have to say for now.
And, Mr. Okeke, Fitch does say that much of this upgrade is because of Nigeria's own overall upgrade by the rating agencies. I'm curious, though, whether you think this will then cause more attention to be paid to these states and the debt burdens they continue to incur over the course of whether it's every quarter or by the end of the year.
Well, that's why I'm saying that what Fitch is saying is not much to be celebrated, because when you look at those variables that they considered, you see that there are things that keep changing, They keep changing. Those states, when they look at each one of them, especially, you find out that some of them are hugely indebted. Some of them depend so much on what they call handouts, if you like, from the federal government, whether in terms of VAT or in terms of, that shareable revenue, or in terms of even internally generated revenue, and so on and so forth. So they look at those things, and whatever upgrading is given to those states, is a very temporary thing. And so a lot still needs to be done, by each of those states. And Nigeria as a whole, because those subnationals cannot be faring better than Nigeria as a whole. They will not allow them to do so. That's how the rating is done.
What's interesting is that much of the debt they're in for essentially all these subnationals in question, Kaduna, Kogi, Lagos and Oyo states, much of what they're incurring is supposedly going towards capital projects, infrastructural development and whatnot that should help them. It essentially should fund itself by the time those projects are underway. Do you think that their ability to complete these projects would be enough to sort of serve as a buffer from the wider economy of Nigeria?
Well, let us say for the sake of argument, they're able to complete those projects or infrastructure development you're talking about. Yes, that would be good. That would be good for them. But you should also know that there's a background of insecurity, especially in some of those states you mentioned. So that even the completion of those projects is not a certainty, okay? And even if they complete those projects, you still see some of them are carrying so much debt overhang, that they're battling with. You understand? So nothing is really certain. Those things keep moving, and we'll be watching. But it's a good thing that Fitch decided to upgrade them. At least let the whole world hear that things are not all that static in Nigeria and are not deteriorating either. Thank you.
Mr. Okeke, thank you so much for your time this morning. Marcel Okeke is former chief economist at Zenith Bank, joining us to discuss the latest upgrade by Fitch Ratings. It's upgraded Kaduna, Kogi, Lagos, and Oyo states. This is on their long-term foreign and local currency issuer default ratings. They moved from a B minus, that's a B negative, to a B.
This is Radio Now 95.3 FM. Come for the news, stay for informed conversations.